Hi guys, welcome to Bunk College. This is a complete OOPS interview overview. In upcoming videos, I'll deep dive into each concept separately with advanced follow-ups. So ऑलमोस्ट हर जावा इंटरव्यू oops कंसेप्ट से स्टार्ट होता है, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मोस्ट कैंडिडेट्स को oops आता है बट फिर भी रिजेक्ट हो जाते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि oops को वो टेक्स्ट बुक की तरह एक्सप्लेन करते हैं, डेवलपर की तरह नहीं। सो इस वीडियो में आपको ऊप्स कंसेप्ट इन जावा एग्जैक्टली वैसे एक्सप्लेन करूंगा जैसे इंटरव्यूअर्स एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं, रियल जावा एग्जांपल के साथ, कॉमन ट्रैप्स के साथ और फॉलो अप क्वेश्चंस जो एक्चुअली में इंटरव्यूज में पूछते हैं। सो अगर आप जावा इंटरव्यूज के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो तो ये वीडियो आपके लिए बहुत यूज़फुल होने वाली है। सबसे पहले एक चीज़ क्लियर कर लेते हैं, ऊप्स सिर्फ चार डेफिनेशन याद करने का नाम नहीं है, like encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism. इंटरव्यूअर्स को डेफिनेशन ऑलरेडी पता होती है। वो ये चेक करते हैं, क्या आप क्लीन जावा कोड डिज़ाइन कर सकते हो, क्या आप वाई एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो, क्या आपको जावा का रियल बिहेवियर समझ आता है। सो इस वीडियो में मैं आपको बिगिनर लेवल आंसर्स नहीं दूंगा, मैं आपको सिर्फ इंटरव्यू रेडी आंसर्स दूंगा। सबसे पहले बात करते हैं एनकैप्सुलेशन की, सबसे ज़्यादा पूछा जाने वाला कॉन्सेप्ट। सो जब भी ये क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाता है, दैट सिंपल आंसर एवरीवन गिव्स इज एनकैप्सुलेशन मींस wrapping data and methods together. This answer is technically correct, but interviewers are not satisfied with it. So an interview moves into like, "Ki- can you explain little bit?" So iska what will be the good answer on this? So encapsulation is about protecting object state by controlling access, not just using getter and setters. So it improves maintainability, security, and flexibility, especially in large system. सो जावा में एनकैप्सुलेशन हेल्प करता है डेटा मिसयूज से बचाने में, बिजनेस रूल एनफोर्स करने में, क्लासेस के बीच कपलिंग कम करने में। So let's take an example. We have a class which is bank account and we have one variable which is balance, and there's a setter method which is deposit, and in deposit we have a parameter which is amount, and there's a logic inside. If amount is greater than 0, then we are adding that amount to deposit, and there is a getter method, so which is returning the balance. सो यहाँ बैलेंस वेरिएबल प्राइवेट है, लाइक डायरेक्टली कोई भी मॉडिफिकेशन नहीं हो सकता। सो जो भी चेंजेस होंगे वो मेथड्स के थ्रू होंगे जहाँ वैलिडेशन ऑलरेडी लगा हुआ है। These are most asked encapsulation interview questions. So the first one is, why do we need encapsulation in Java? So encapsulation ensures data security, validation, and controlled access to object state. So next question is encapsulation only about getter and setters? So getter and setters only support encapsulations, but encapsulation is all about design control, not just method. Like encapsulation means bundling data plus behavior together, restricting direct access to fields, exposing only what is necessary. Next question is, what happens if we make all fields public? So anyone can modify data directly, no validation or business rule can be enforced. The object can easily go into an invalid state. Next question is, what access modifiers are commonly used for encapsulation? So the private used for variables and public is used for methods, and protected is used when subclass access is required, and default can be used for package level access. So the next question is, can you break encapsulation in Java? So yes, we can do by making fields public and returning mutable objects directly, like list and by using reflection as well we can do it. So encapsulation can be broken, but a good design and best practice to prevent it. So next concept है abstraction, सबसे confusing. सो अब समझते हैं, सो एब्स्ट्रैक्शन सिर्फ इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हाइड करना नहीं होता है। एब्स्ट्रैक्शन का मतलब होता है क्लाइंट को सिर्फ वही चीज़ें दिखाना जो उसके लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वेन वी गो टू ATM, राइट, सो वट इज हैपनिंग बिहाइंड द सीन, आई मीन वट इज हैपनिंग ऑन बैंकिंग, we are not worrying about it. We just use withdraw and their balance check. So let's take example. So we have an interface of payment which only has one method which is pay. So interface define करता है कि क्या करना है, ये नहीं बताता है कैसे करना है। नेक्स्ट important थिंग इज इंटरफेस वर्सेस एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास। सो ये इंटरव्यू का फेवरेट क्वेश्चन होता है। सो आपको एक चीज़ दिमाग में रखनी है कि इंटरफेस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट डिफाइन करता है एंड एब्स्ट्रैक्ट क्लास पार्शियल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन देता है। These are abstraction real interview scenarios. So the first question is abstract class versus interface. When would you use each? So we can use abstract class when we want to share a common state and behavior, and we want to have a base functionality with the partial implementation, and class are closely related, and can use interface when we want to define a contract, and when we need multiple inheritance, and when we want to support loose coupling. So next question is, can we achieve abstraction without abstract classes or interface? So the answer is yes, abstraction can be achieved without abstract classes or interface. So the common ways are like can use access modifiers, private methods and fields, and like exposing only the high level methods, or can use composition instead of inheritance. So the next question is, can an abstract class have a constructor? So the answer is yes, an abstract class can have a constructor. So the answer, interviewer can say why, like to initialize the common fields and to perform a setup logic for subclasses. Although we cannot create an object of abstract class. So the next question is, can we create an object of abstract classes or interface? So the answer is no, we cannot directly create an object of an abstract class and interface because they contain an abstract methods and they are incomplete by design. So the next question is why multiple inheritance is allowed through interface. So the answer is multiple inheritance is allowed through interface because interfaces do not hold state and they avoid the diamond problem. And Java allows a class to implement multiple interface safely. So the next topic is inheritance. So inheritance is really powerful and risky as well. So why I'm saying risky and powerful, because if we overuse inheritance, so there's a chances of tight coupling between the classes. For example, there is a clear easy relationship between a car and a vehicle. सो कॉमन मिस्टेक्स इनहेरिटेंस में ये होती है, बहुत लोग इंटरफेस सिर्फ कोड रीयूज करने के लिए यूज करते हैं। इससे टाइट कपलिंग और फ्रेजाइल कोड बनता है जिसका मेंटेनेंस बाद में बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है। These are inheritance real interview questions. So the first question is, why doesn't Java support multiple inheritance with classes? So Java doesn't support multiple inheritance with classes to avoid ambiguity and complexity, mainly the diamond problem. And the next question is, what is method overriding? So method overriding occurs when a subclass provide its own implementation of the method that is already defined in its superclass. And purpose of method overriding is achieve runtime polymorphism. And the next question is rule for method overriding. So there are key rules of method overriding, like method name must be the same, parameter list must be the same, and return type must be same or covariant, and access level cannot be more restrictive. Next question is, can we override static methods? So the static methods cannot be overridden because it belongs to the class, not the object, and it also resolved at compile time. So the next question is, can we override a private method? So the private methods cannot be overridden because they are not visible to the subclass. And the next question is, what is super keyword? So the super keyword refers to immediate parent class object. So it used to access the parent class variable or call parent class methods and invoke their constructor. So the next question is, can a subclass constructor call superclass constructor? So the answer is yes, subclass constructor can call superclass constructor, and by using super keyword we can call parent class constructor. Next question is, what happens if parent and child have same variable name? So if parent and child have same variable name, the child name variable hide the parent variable. This is called variable hiding. नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म. सो पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म का सिंपल मतलब होता है सेम इंटरफेस एंड डिफरेंट बिहेवियर. फॉर एग्जांपल, here we have an interface of payment which has only one abstract method which is pay. So now we are creating one more class which is UPI and which implements the payment interface. And now we can do we can implement this pay method, and here we can write a simple system.println just to print that which method we are using it. And so next is, we can take one more class which is credit card, which also implements payment. And yeah, in this also we can implement the pay method, and now the output is paid by credit card. So simply we can use is like payment processor, one main class, and we can define one main method which is public static void main. So here we we can take the reference of payment and we can create the instance of credit card, and we can call payment.pay. So yeah, you can see here there's a since we are creating the object of, if we change and create the instance of credit card, so it will simply print paid by credit card. UPI, so the variable is printing paid by UPI. These are polymorphism tricky interview questions. Why is polymorphism not supported for static methods? So polymorphism work through runtime method dispatch, which depends on object instances, and static methods belongs to the classes, not the object, which resolve at the compile time. So the next question is, can constructor be polymorphic? So the answer is no, constructor cannot be polymorphic due to constructors are not inherited and they do not have the return type. What happens if overridden method throws an exception? So when we override a method, the child method cannot throw a broader checked exception. It can throw the same exception or a subclass of the exception or any unchecked exception. And next question is, what about private methods in polymorphism? So private methods are not inherited and which is not visible to subclasses. That's why it cannot be overridden. So the next question is, can final methods be overridden? So the answer is no, final methods cannot be overridden because final prevents modification. And the next question is overloading versus overriding, which is polymorphism. So both are related to polymorphism, but only overriding supports रन टाइम पॉलीमॉर्फिज्म। सो इंटरव्यूअर्स क्या चेक करते हैं एग्जैक्टली? सो सच बताऊं तो इंटरव्यूअर्स रॉन्ग डेफिनेशन के लिए रिजेक्ट नहीं करते हैं। रिजेक्ट तब करते हैं जब कैंडिडेट्स वाई एक्सप्लेन नहीं कर पाता है, डिज़ाइन थिंकिंग मिसिंग होती है और जावा का बिहेवियर क्लियर नहीं होता है। सो अगर आप ऊप्स को रियल एग्जांपल्स, क्लीन डिज़ाइन, जावा इंटरनल्स इसके साथ अगर आप एक्सप्लेन करते हो तो आप 80% कैंडिडेट से वैसे ही आगे हो। इस वीडियो में हमने ऊप्स रिलेटेड इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस देखे। लाइक द वीडियो इफ इट हेल्प्ड यू एंड सब्सक्राइब फॉर मोर जावा रिलेटेड इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस।